Hey, I'm Ted Radick with the Courier Sports Department. I'm joined by Dave Hanneman of the Courier and the Big Kahuna from 106.3 of the Fox. We're here to talk some high school football. Top of the agenda is Findlay at Moeller, a traditional Ohio powerhouse. Dave, what do you think?
These two schools first got together way back when in the 70s. That's when Moeller was ranked like #1 in the country, and Jerry Faust was coach. Just an awesome team. They almost beat them in the playoffs one year, and I think that sort of set the tone for. And then they were off the schedule for many, many years. Now they're back on again. I believe this might be the last year of the contract. I don't think they're playing again next year. Moeller's Moeller. It's they've probably got 6 to 10 Division I kids on the team. Big line. They're 3-0. They haven't played the best teams on their schedule yet, but it's a huge task for Findlay. Findlay's got to have a little bit of confidence. You know, they put 62 points on the board last week. So they're going in on a little bit of a high, but they're going to have to be at their very, very best to stand a chance on Saturday night.
Can they play that physical style of football, do you think?
They in years past, they could have. I don't think they're physical enough to hang on to Moeller this year. Moeller's going to have some big boys, some Division I, Big Ten caliber linemen, and that's just going to wear on Findlay, I think, over the course of a game.
Maybe the best game in the area this week is Kenton at Ottawa-Glandorf. Kenton's going to come in and pound the ball on the ground.
Yeah. I think it's going to be like an old Ohio State Michigan game. You're not going to see anything in the air.
Well, actually, we're just kidding. You know, everybody knows Matty Mock is one of the best quarterbacks in the state.
Right.
Boy, he's thrown for about 1 million yards this year.
It's amazing.
What do you think?
The number of points they put on the board. The amount of yards passing. I'll tell you what, Ottawa's best defense is going to be keeping their offense on the field as long as they possibly can.
Right.
And Ken Schreiner, head coach of the OG Titans, certainly doesn't have a problem running the football.
Right.
And if they can have some ground control and keep the ball in the offensive hand, that will certainly improve their chances. I'm kind of anxious to see what happens. I don't know if I'd say a young secondary, but certainly not the experience they had last year when they made their playoff run, and they certainly are going to be tested Friday night.
Well, they lost Brian Lobenthal, the career leader in interceptions. Interesting point, Kenton has not scored less than 50 points in a game. OG has given up 2 touchdowns all year.
Yeah.
So defense against offense kind of thing. This reminds me a lot, you know, when we were kids, we'd get together in the backyard, you'd pick some guy to be the quarterback and say, all right, everybody go out for a pass. And that's how you played the game.
Yeah.
That's how Kenton plays this.
Yeah.
Every touchdown is a 2-point conversion. They don't punt. They try onside kicks all the time.
And they've been doing that since these kids were little kids, because when my kids were growing up, their junior high program played the same kind of offense. That's what they do.
Right.
It's amazing.
And I think the problem is they don't care how many points you score.
Right.
That's right.
Because they're going to come out and try and score more.
Right. They figure they can outscore you.
Well, I'll tell you what, Titan Stadium's going to be rocking Friday night. Get there early.
Right.
And regardless of what happens, I guarantee you afterwards there'll be places for you to go as well.
And if you win the 50-50 drawing, I'm going to be right next to you at the concession stand.
The key BVC matchup this week is Liberty Benton at Macomb. The winner of this one, if you can believe it, we're only in week 4, will have sole possession of first place in the BVC.
That surprised me. I mean, we're not even halfway through the season yet, and after Friday's game, every BVC team will have at least 1 loss except 1. And I think we talked a little bit before the season, this could be a very balanced BVC season. I don't think we expect it to be this balanced. You know, one team is going to be unbeaten, a lot of teams with 1 loss, a lot of games down the road are really going to impact the league race this year.
And once again, we have 2 teams that are going to throw the ball all over the field.
I think the only thing more prominent than Chris Algie's chin will be the number of footballs in the air that night.
They're going to be flinging it. Liberty Benton's got the young quarterback. It's only a sophomore, and Macomb's got the D kid who's having a phenomenal year. He's, what I figure out, he's completing like 76% of his passes, almost 1,000 yards. Taylor Haynes has 11 touchdown receptions already in 3 games.
He could have 30. We were talking about this the other day. He could have 30 by the end of the year.
By the end of the year, which is phenomenal. It's going to be a key game.
Do you think that Macomb still has that I don't get no respect issue going on too? I think a little bit.
I'm thinking they do, because you know all the talk was Lipsick, and they're saying, hey, we're the ones that are in first place. Yep. We're going to hang on to it.
Finally on tap here, we have a big MAL matchup, Cary at Fremont St. Joe.
Ooh, this is going to be a testy one. Cary's lost 2 straight, and they were predicted to be right in contention in this league. And they're playing Fremont St. Joe, which gave them their only league loss last year, 3-0. We were talking about it I think it was a rainstorm
Right, yeah.
in the last regular season game of the season.
Right.
Cary's going to have a chip on his shoulder, but then they've got to prove that they can win games in this league, and they've not done it the last 2 weeks. And Fremont St. Joe is scoring a lot of points.
Right, and we're not used to seeing a 1-2 Cary team.
No, we're not.
Okay. Well, be sure and read all the action in the Courier. You can listen to the Family Game Saturday night on WFIN, the OG game on 106.3 of the Fox. Make sure and check thecourier.com and sportsbuzzohio.com.